Hey guys, it's your girl Boonie, and you're listening to episode 90 of the Boonie Breakdown Podcast. The podcast where we sometimes cry, we always laugh, we might get a bit ratchet, but we're forever going to break it down. Your source for all things responsible and ratchet. Hey guys! My sincerest apologies for this week's episode being a little tardy. Life is just gut punching your girl, and even though I have many episodes recorded and in queue waiting, I try to keep those episodes with Sheikah, Chrissy, Brian, and Kenny a little bit more fresh, so I try to record them in the, close to the release date, so they're a little more fresh. We could talk about some current topics or what's happening in the world, and unfortunately my schedule did not align with Kenny's, so we're going to get Kenny on soon because he has not been on here yet. But I did have a brainstorm because I got a listener question that was a little, okay. So I had the idea. I always have Brian on to do a Valentine's Day special, but for some reason, Brian and I never do a steak and blowjob day special. So that is what you're getting today. The guest is Brian. We go ratchet. It's a lot of shit about talking about sucking dicks, okay? So we're super ratchet, hella responsible in this episode. So stick around for that conversation. First of all, I just want to get into Boonie's pick of the week. And this week, sometimes you just got to get together with your good girlfriends, throw on a cute shoe. And I fucking hate shoes, but throw on a cute shoe, throw on your Spanx, a good dress, get a good ass beat, and look good. Now, I did that this past weekend with some friends. We looked good as fuck. We had a bomb ass time enjoying each other. I will also say that, we were hoping to get a little bit more out of the shindig that we attended. But we had an amazing time and we looked good as fuck. And when you look good as fuck, you just naturally have a good time, right? So that is my pick of the week. Sometimes you just gotta zhuzh up. Sit your titties up, snatch that gut in, and go out and look good. And so I did share a little Insta story snap of the beats. But yeah, I encourage you to do that in the coming weeks, okay? And let's just get right into this housekeeping. The feedback from episode 89, Jesus Wouldn't Like It with Nika Namdi, was phenomenal. You guys really loved this episode. You enjoyed it. I got so many of you shared this episode, and it always warms my heart. You guys know it when you share the episodes. And for those of you who have open pages and shared the episode, I definitely commented. I definitely reshared when you shared it. A lot of you really loved the however comma but. Those of you, a few of you wanted to know when was I going to release the rest of the audio from the live show. Like I said in last week's episode, the quality of that audio for me was not good enough to put out an entire episode full of that content. Also, I also struggle with putting out content from live shows because I'm like, you pay for it. So those people who pay to attend a live show should get the benefit and the privilege of, the only ones really having access. But I wanted to frame the conversation with Nika from what happened at the live show. So I did take out that portion of it. But even at Sid Mosley on Instagram said, I just listened. This episode is a whole ass sermon. And she said it reminded her of Adrienne Marie Brown, who was a pleasure activism. And it was one of my best episodes. So thank you so much, Sid, for your comment and all the comments that came in on this episode. Since I just mentioned live shows, I want to let you know some of you are already pinging me. When are the dates dropping? Like I said, life is kicking my ass a little bit right now, but it is on my radar to get that out there. It'll definitely be in the summer, early fall time range, if that helps. Again, the confirmed cities that I will be doing, definitely Baltimore and Philly, and we're going to make Atlanta work. Okay. So, as soon as I get those details, I am going to put them out there. All right. So, follow us on all social media. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The Boonie Breakdown. You can follow us on Twitter, just Boonie Breakdown. And when sharing this episode across your social media networks, please use the hashtag The Boonie Breakdown or hashtag PodNPODIN. Both of those hashtags serve two very different purposes, but it nonetheless helps me get the word out about the show. So I appreciate you when you do it. It really, really helps, especially this week with the Nika episode. So many of you shared that one that I was able to get. It was, I got a lot of traction with this episode because of people sharing it and introducing it to the show to new pool of listeners. So I appreciated you for that. That is it for me, guys. So let's get ready to break it down. All right, guys, it's your girl Boonie. And so, again, my apologies for putting this episode out late this week, but you guys will deal. I got a listener question from someone, and it sparked the idea. And so I texted Brian late last night, and he was in. And I'm like, I always have Brian on for a Valentine's Day special, but we never do, and we never celebrate and highlight steak and blowjob day. So, hey, Brian.
Hey, you're always forgetting about us.
I do.
Always forgetting about us.
I apologize because it is a holiday that I support and that I've celebrated. And so I think it actually can be more fun than Valentine's Day, honestly.
Yeah. And the thing is, we need to get more people out there supporting it. So what we need to do is get this podcast jumping, get it out, and get these ladies ready. Half of them don't know how to cook. Half of them don't know how to get blowjobs. But we're going to work on that today.
Okay, so first things first, do you feel like your lady has to cook your steak, or is it okay if she takes you to your favorite steakhouse?
Any way that it's going to be best. So if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to make a steak, look, you only have to take them to Ruth Chris. You could go to Texas Roadhouse. There's some good steaks out here that are not just available at high-end steakhouses. So Outback is good. Texas Roadhouse.
Longhorn is a decent one.
Longhorn is a good one.
But you can't go for the Applebee's 2 for $25.
No, don't do that.
But I'll put this caveat. I will say this one caveat: unless y'all have like caps on date night and it's a mutual understanding that y'all working on y'all financial fortitude or something, then maybe. But I think you can afford a good $20 Longhorn steak. Like Longhorn and Outback ain't gonna break the bank.
and the thing is, you don't have to eat steak.
This is true.
Get my steak. And at the end of the day, you get what you want. You get them chicken fingers or something like that.
So and also I always ask Black people, how do you like your steak?
Medium.
Good answer.
A hot, warm, pink center.
Was that sound effect like added? Like what the fuck?
It was actually my outlook going off.
But it was well timed.
Let me cut off my outlook.
No,
but that's what when I go to Outback, and I say it almost every time, it's kind of annoying. Like I'm like a little child. Like I would like that medium. And they're like, so a hot, warm, pink center. Like yes, that's fine. I love the warm pink center.
The warm pink centers. All right.
I said it every time I say it. It's so corny, but I just like.
Because you're so childish. You're so childish. Well, I feel like too, that's the thing too, is if you do go to some of those chain restaurants that aren't a steakhouse, then you should always get a steak medium because they're going to overcook it anyway. I don't know how people eat steaks over beyond medium, but that's just me.
Well, some people just grew up with that mindset that mama told them don't eat no red meat that ain't cooked all the way. And they just, they just like it how they like it. And I know people who are really like refined who've been to some of the top steakhouses, they just won't stop. But it's kind of like I cringe or I feel embarrassed when I'm at the table and they're like, I'll have that well done. Like,
Well,
whoa,
and like, well
whoa,
done.
like, whoa, like, come on, dude, not with me. And they get like steak sauce. That's another disrespectful thing. When you get steak sauce, it's like, come on, dog. Like, you're embarrassing me right now. Like, it's really disrespectful to the chef when you ask for steak sauce with your steak.
Yeah, I especially because like some of those more refined, fancy steakhouses, they might have like a green peppercorn sauce, a Cabernet sauce that will accompany a good steak. But please don't ask for no A1.
Oh my god, that shit is so embarrassing. Like, I see a lot of females that do it more than guys. Like, oh, I need steak sauce. I'm not eating no steak without. Like, come on, come on. Like, it don't have no taste. It don't. Like,
It
come on, baby.
don't.
Come
It
on, baby.
don't. A good steak, you should just be able to cut it and it just melt in your mouth. I don't understand. I actually had, where I just went recently that was good steak? That Stony River place up in Towson.
Stony River is probably hands down like number 2 or 3 on my list. They are a good steakhouse if you're looking for something that's like good priced and good atmosphere and not like
Yeah.
all the way fancy smancy. You can be casual and walk in and really get a really good meal. That food is really good there.
I would agree because that was date night a few weeks ago and I surprised like when we sat down, I was like, oh, tonight's on me. Like, but it wasn't that bad. Like
No, it's
in
not.
terms
And
of
then
cost.
yeah, and then they have a private room. A friend of mine had his 40th birthday there, so it was pretty cool. They got a private room and he had a big dinner party there. It was cool.
That's dope. So, okay, before we move to the juicy part, what is your favorite high-end steakhouse? Because somebody might be want to go out here and just ball out Thursday night.
um, it's a couple different places I like, but if I'm just basically like treating myself to a steak and it's a high end restaurant, which is not really that high end to me, but Ruth Chris, and reason why I like Ruth Chris Steakhouse is simply the butter. I love hearing the butter sizzle. I get extra butter, and their sweet potato casserole to me is the best with the brown sugar and whatever it is on top. Like, it just all just perfect, and that just gets me where I need to be. And asparagus, I just want asparagus, double butter, and the sweet potato casserole. And some people are like, oh, Ruth Chris, not all it. Well, that's what the fuck I like. Okay.
So I like Del Frisco's.
I knew you were going to say that.
I do
Everybody
like
loves Del
them,
Frisco.
and I do.
We don't have one here, so I don't get there enough. I've been there. I liked it, but I don't get
You
it
can't.
enough to be like, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, because it's like DC and Philly. But
And
I
the DC
also
one, they got police in there on Friday night because they said it gets so packed.
it does.
They said, no, they said the bar area, that's like a hangout spot.
And they
Like
have like another like it's like Del Frisco's but like a
the
Longhorn
grill,
version. Yeah, the grill, that's what it is.
the one next to the movies, right?
Yeah.
Right
And
there. See, I was wondering how that one is. It's because it's right by the iPic, and
yeah.
I always wonder how that one is. Del Frisco's is cool. How did you ever been to what's the other one? It's the one that I just went to recently.
Capital Girl.
Uh, Not Capitol Grill. I like Capitol Grill, but
Me too. Their pineapple
the,
martini is bomb. Go ahead.
the spot in DC with the butter cake. Oh man, I can't think of it right now. Mastro's
Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't been there.
food is really good. They have this butter cake. The butter cake is so freaking good.
All
Oh
right.
my god,
Well,
butter cake,
so
crazy.
ladies and men, because some men might be celebrating this too. These are some great options for you to do your steak. Now, if you want to do it at home, I personally think one of the easiest recipes to cook your steak is Gordon Ramsay's. If you have a cast iron skillet, he tell you how to sear it, throw that bad boy in the oven, and you good. It's a very simple recipe.
And if your man don't eat steak, he don't get to partake in none of the shit. So take your vegan pescatarian ass to sleep.
Oh, they can't participate.
Nope.
Oh. Oh. Well.
Too
Sorry.
bad.
Yeah, sorry guys. But I did I want to do this listener question before we get into the fun part. This will probably lead us there. And I don't know why I thought, well, I know why I thought of you. You could fill in the blanks. So I'm just going to read it.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Never know.
You know, you're going to know why I thought of you. I'm afraid of my boyfriend's penis. It's way too big. I've been with him for a little over a year, and I just really want to make sex more enjoyable, if you know what I mean. Honestly, in the time that we've been together, I have never sucked his dick. I'm just too intimidated by the size of his penis. We've tried once or twice, but his penis is so big that I just get overwhelmed and can't imagine it going into my mouth or throat without hurting like hell. His penis is so big that sometimes in my vagina, sex is painful. I felt like someone was torturing me by stuffing furniture in there. No joke.
Damn.
Try not to laugh, okay? So, Boonie, this is where I need your help. What tips do you have for me? Because I've heard you talk about large penises before in your podcast. What tips do you have for me to help me overcome the fear of my boyfriend's large penis? Any advice, please? Really, I need your help. It would just be helpful if only you can speak if you've been in this particular situation. And that is our listener question. They also asked for me to not say their name. So you see, I had to send a 911.
I mean, I don't know. I've never been like dismissed for being too large. I've had complaints. There's times when it's just like you couldn't get head because it's like a little small mouth and it's too wide or too thick, stuff like that. But that's a little bit disheartening. I mean, it's like
not disheartening.
I mean, it's just one of those things where I don't have any reference to know what she means by so large. Like, I don't know. So, I mean, is it like porn size? I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
what is it? She may have a small vagina. Does she have a small vagina? Does she has a small mouth? I mean,
I was going to say this. I've never had a penis so large that it hurt me vaginally. But I will say that there is this company. This is not sponsored. This isn't an ad. But y'all know I'll be giving away vibrators and stuff, and companies send me shit. But this company, I found them on Instagram, and it's kind of a wearable. It's like a wearable sex toy. Like you put it on the man's penis. It's called O Nut, which I thought was really funny. And it helps with, like, it allows couples to have comfortable penetration depths during sex time. So that might be something to look for into. You could read more about it, but I was intrigued when I first heard about this company.
See, I go the opposite way. Like, I don't really know what to tell her. What I want to know from him is he satisfied? Is he comfortable? Because if she's like complaining or whining or like can't give him head, like, is he happy? Are you happy? Like,
I'm going to share a story. I'm going to share a story. I'm going to be very vulnerable with you guys.
Okay.
I was dating this guy before, and he had it was a nice dick. It was weight to it. It was girthy. It was long. It was a very nice penis. And I remember sex wasn't painful or anything, but I do remember like, fuck, like I gotta suck this shit. Like that did throw me aback. I was intimidated by it. I was like, how the fuck am I like I just couldn't even wrap my head around it. And I had never really been intimidated by a penis before, but this one had me on the ropes. And I remember I would give him head, and I'm thinking, because I've never had anyone complain about my head. No one's ever been like, whatever. So one day he just came out, and I like went to go like try to suck his dick, and he was like, nah. And I was like, huh? Like, kind of like, what? And he was just like, yeah, I just really don't think you suck dick that good.
Damn.
And I was like, you talk about a gut punch. Like, I was like, no, but like, I've made guys come.
I always thought that was your specialty.
Yeah, I won't say it's a specialty, but I've never had anybody say that. I've always had, rounds of applause. Yeah.
in the early Boonie ratchet hour days, I always used to be like, damn, I know she can suck a good dick. There's my things you would say. Like, me and my friends might be together, like, yeah, Boonie, oh yeah, she probably throw down on that joint.
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Anywho, right? So this is like a blow to my confidence, right? And so I'm like, nah, fuck that. Ain't no nigga gonna tell me I fucking can't suck no dick, right? So I didn't suck his dick that night. The next time I saw him, I was like, take your fucking pants off. And he was like, what? And I'm gonna take your pants off, sit the fuck down, right? Because I'm gonna tackle this beast. And I just went to work, and he was just like, yo, like, I remember one time we talked about this after it happened, and he was like, man, that was the pep talk you needed. Like, he said, you shut my ass the fuck up. Like, I was sucked back into the back of the chair, like, goddamn. Because I just knew, like, you weren't going to sit here and tell me I couldn't suck no dick. Like, what? And so I say all that to say, listener, like, it took me, I had to build up my confidence to tackle the dick. And I think you're hyping the dick up way more than it needs to be hyped up, right? And so I do think,
because I think, yeah, go ahead.
I do think large penises can be intimidating. Like, no one will talk about that, but like a big dick can be intimidating, especially when you're thinking like, oh, I gotta put my mouth, but my niggas always want to grab your head and push your head down further because it feels good or whatever. So I feel like it was this meme going around. It was like the 7 stages of big dick, and the first one was shock and awe. And I feel like
I seen you post that the other day.
Yeah, like I feel like that's where she's stuck. Like, she's just still in awe of it. Get the fuck over it and suck the fucking dick. You might not be able to put the whole shaft in your mouth. You might have to just focus on the head and do double hand action, play with the balls. Like, you might just have to think of other ways to do the dick sucking. But I mean, deep throating a big ass, heavy ass dick, that might not happen. And that's just the God honest truth.
Listen, man, you've been doing this for a year. Get your head in the game.
Okay? Like, this is your pep talk.
Look, stop being a fucking punk ass little. I'm not gonna say that word, but
oh, good job. I knew where you were going.
Yeah, get your shit together. Fucking man up, because if not, somebody else is gonna be sucking that dick that God blessed you with, and you're going to be somewhere missing out. You don't know when the next guy you meet is going to have what you need. So be thankful. It could be too small. You could be like one of some of our other listeners complaining, not getting no good dick, and you'll be back at square one. And if he treats you good, then you got a bonus. So man up. Open that pussy up. I want to know if she had a baby before. See if she had a baby. And if she had a baby and had vaginal birth, I feel like she'll be fine. Like,
oh God,
it's the chicks who didn't have babies or abortions yet. Their pussy's so little, and it hasn't been hasn't gotten all of the shit out of there. When you have that vaginal baby and all that shit comes out into the little bowl and you're shitting out your ass and the baby's coming out your pussy, everything is destroyed at that moment.
I wish
And
that y'all could see my face. Go ahead.
yeah, so in order at that, that's at the point where I feel like you discover that you have good pussy, because when you have that baby come down and open that pussy up, okay, it's no longer it's no longer the same size of the last dick that you had in there, or a dildo or something like that. It's now been expanded inches. Okay, it glows back up, it tightens back up, but it's something about getting that placenta and all of that shit out of there and your ass opening up out. You are now ready to become a woman. And what you have to do at that point is you have to learn how to use your pussy. You got to learn how to squeeze it and kegel it and do all the things necessary to make that pussy work. You're no longer getting by with just tight baby pussy. Okay? You are now a fucking woman.
I hate
So
you so much.
at this point, she needs to become a fucking woman and open that pussy up. Okay?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's some confidence building there. Now I will say if sex is painful though, like it might be a deeper issue there. So it might be time to talk to your gynecologist or something. Look into the O Nut Co. because they share so many testimonials about women and couples who have penis vagina sex and it being a very helpful tool. But you could suck a big dick. So I'm just going to need you to man up there. And I think Thursday would be a great opportunity to try. And I will say, because you have not been successful in about a year in sucking your man's dick, that even if you don't finish, even if he doesn't nut, he don't nut on your face, your titties or whatever from your head, the fact that you gave a good A+ effort, I think might go a long way on Thursday.
See, I think it's this, and it goes back again to the size of the pussy, because I remember, like, I don't consider myself having like a big, huge dick. I don't. I honestly don't. I just feel like we work well together. Like, it's representative of me. I'm 5'11". I'm 5'11", 225, 230, and I feel like my dick fits me. Like, it's not like super tall. It's not like it's not like it's like my build, I'm not like obese. I'm like nice, good girth, good strong man. You ever been around me? Like, good strong man. Like, that's all. That's how we are. We are that way, and it works. And I've had some chicks that are just like, oh my god, like, you're big, you're large, it hurts, and the other chicks are like, oh, shit's regular. But it just depends on the pussy, because some of the little pussies, little like 5'2", 5'3", 5'4" girls, little small pussies, you get in there and they just like hurting. But it's like sometimes that's just like you don't enjoy it as much, and that's why I'm asking, does he enjoy it? Because I've been there sometimes where I'm like, damn, she can't take no dick. It's going to get better, and then it's a month later, and it's like, she might have something that's appealing or attractive, and you're like, ugh. And then it's just like, here we go with this little tight pussy again. Like, why did I even waste my time coming over here? Like, at some point, like, no, at some point you want to be able to get all the way in there and just that thing open up a little bit and you get to going, But, like, I don't know. And then some chicks think it's so attractive that their pussy's so tight. Like, that's not always the case. Like, it feels like you're choking me.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I just thought that, and I'm like, clearly, I mean, we don't know these people, but I mean, he likes her. If they've been together a year and she's only attempted to suck his dick twice.
Yeah, he loves her.
Yeah, so
He's in love with her. So
I think it's ways you can work. You could also set up boundaries, like just. And the other thing is too, I think, because people don't communicate. Have you told him why you haven't sucked his dick? He might be out here thinking it's some other reason, and it simply is just your penis is so big that I'm afraid to suck your dick, which might be taken as a compliment. Like, damn, my dick that big to her. Like, she's literally like, she's been hesitant to do this, and maybe you come up with a plan together. When I started sucking penis, I developed this plan. It's mad childish. But
I had this one girl who was like her mouth was really shallow. Like it was just like she couldn't open her mouth up bigger than any. I mean, it was certain foods and things like she couldn't eat. Like it was just a small mouth, and it just would be like so annoying because it's like she's like, I just can't. It will always be a good ego boost. It will be a great ego boost, but it was annoying. So it was just like,
yeah, I think if you talk it out, like my thing was when, like I said, when I had started down this path, I would ask him to like rub my nose if it felt good. Like develop some type of nonverbal communication that he can do that'll know that you're doing a good job, because you're going to need the confidence boosting too as you're doing it. Because if he's sitting there not moaning or whatever, you might be inclined to be like, what the fuck?
and there's always the point where I don't know. Like I mostly seen there's the point where the girl's like, remember at first I couldn't take it, and now handle that shit.
Yeah, like I said, it happened to me. Like I was like, "What the fuck?" And then you going gut punch my ass. Oh hell to the no! Let me go ahead and do the thing on your dick. So you shut the fuck up about me and never say that shit again. And I think too, like the other thing about that, like you have so many resources to do this. Maybe you might need to watch a porno. Maybe you need to go back to the Auntie Angel, and it wasn't Auntie Angel videos, because that bitch could suck a dick. Her tutorial videos were very helpful for some people that I know. Her sounds, her sound game sucking a dick was like so aspirational and motivational to me.
It was.
Like, I was
I'm curious to know like what positions they're doing it in. Maybe it's a certain position that's uncomfortable and she needs to probably get on top, or try a different entry point. Something maybe just I don't know. It's just interesting. That's just interesting. But I wish them all the best.
So what's your favorite position to get head in?
I like to lay down. I really like to lay down.
I always want to lay down. I personally don't like that.
If I'm standing up or I'm on my knees, I can't come that way. I think it comes from years and years of jerking off laying on my back. So I always like the way that feels. That's why getting my dick rolled is my favorite position. Years and years I've been in that position since I was a young boy, learning to get to know myself better. And as a result, I finished there in that position almost all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. My favorite to actually suck penis is kind of seated with the legs spread open. I actually don't like when a guy's laying flat.
The chair head is awkward because you can't really stretch your legs out and really like sometimes you got to just stretch your legs out and kind of like, I don't know, you like stretch your legs out and get like a good little motion going.
I understand, but I feel like the seated with the legs open gives you access to all the things you need to access. I can access your dick, your balls, your little taint area. Like I can access all of that.
When you're great.
Huh?
Nothing.
When you're laying down flat, it's kind of hard to do all of that.
Yeah.
That's just my personal preference. Not saying that I don't do it, but that's just my personal preference.
Like you just don't understand like the position you hold if you are regarded as a guy's like one of his best dick suckers. Like you like I was out this weekend and I was at Nick's party and I ran into somebody and it's like, hey, how you been? And the first thing in my mind is just like, all I see is their mouth. And I'm thinking like, how's that mouth been? And it's like in the back of my mind, I'm speaking and I'm saying hello and I'm like giving them a hug. But then in my mind, I'm like, they've been sucking the shit out of somebody's dick.
Like, I don't know. I would wonder if I'm on anyone's list, but
You are. You are. It's somebody out there for everybody. And I'm sure you've, not to say you've sucked a lot of dicks, but I'm sure you have a couple of
Yeah.
guys out here that are really like, when they see you coming, they're just like, there she goes.
So does that matter more to you than like good pussy? Or is
No,
it
I mean,
different?
it's a difference. It's a difference. Years ago, I was never a head guy. I was never a head guy. Like, for years, I could not come getting head. And one day, the seal was broken. And I think I had a lot more to do with me than the people that were doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just finally kind of got like more comfortable with the whole, like, finding my motion and finding out what worked for me to get there mentally. I think I was blocking it. But once I got there, it was like, oh yeah, like I had a long day. I just want some head. That shit right there. Like, yeah, I just want some head tonight. And that's going to be enough.
No, yeah, that's fair enough. I feel like, first of all, because I saw this, it was a lady today who fucking had a stroke after this guy was giving her head.
Damn.
It was like woman suffers stroke after oral sex orgasm caused her brain to bleed.
Damn. He locked
Now I'm
on.
like, God damn.
He locked on there like a pit bull.
Like, I'm like, what was happening there? I've never had. Could you imagine having an orgasm that intense? You have a stroke?
You know how like y'all grab the head and you're like pushing back, like stop, stop. And the guy just we just keep going. Like, that's probably what happened. Like, she was like, oh shit. And she's like grabbing his head, like pushing him back. And he like, nah, motherfucker, don't run now. And he just keeps sucking her clit. And next thing you know, she just like, boom.
Yeah, the article says she was lifeless for like 2 to 3 minutes. It's not funny, but I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing at her. But that's what the article said.
I would be so proud of that shit. I would do all
I know you would. I gave that lady a stroke.
I think women are quick to be like, I just want some head. And when men say like, I just want some head, it's like almost like disrespectful. Like, oh, you just want me to suck your dick? Yes.
So could you be in a relationship with somebody who was like I'm a virgin, but I'll suck your dick. Like, that's all you're gonna get out of me?
No, because I mean, after like a certain amount of time, if I'm not going to come from the head, I want that penetration. So even if I felt like I just wanted the head, 5 minutes into it, I might be like, I don't have time to wait tonight. Mentally, I'm not there. It's not going to come. Hop on. Like, at that moment, I'm like, hop on. Or, lay down. Or something. You know what I mean? So, yeah, sometimes you just want that penetration.
Would you judge a woman if she was like if you know how some people use like the numbing creams, those things to make it taste better?
That's just corny. It's kind of corny, but whatever she's got to do, like, I'm not mad if it's not going to like affect me in any type of way.
Okay, so you don't care. Would you be offended at condom head?
Yes, I am. Had it.
Even with all of the diseases going around out here?
If I'm that nervous that you have a disease, or you're that nervous that I have a disease, we maybe shouldn't do it. We should just not fucking do it. But if you're going to suck my dick, you can get this dick. You're not getting no plastic. So, no. If you're... No. Mm-mm.
He said no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Are you open to... This has turned into an inquisition. Are you open to the additional use of sex toys while getting head?
I'm not. I've never been opposed to sex toys. I've always welcomed them being a part of the act. I just think that, some guys, like I said before, probably podcast a while ago, It's nothing to be afraid of because there's nothing she can do with that toy that you can't do. It's nothing. Well, it's things that she can do with the toy that you can't do, but it's nothing like actually having a real man over top of her, giving her a certain amount of force or thrust or the smell of you, the touch of you. I couldn't replace the feel of a real woman by jerking off. I mean, I could make myself come in 3 minutes jerking off because I know what I want to think about in my mind, but it's nothing like having a real woman there. So I'm never going to replace masturbation with a woman
Yeah.
and be like, I'm good, unless I go to prison.
Gotcha.
I mean, I go to prison, just had to just me and Paul Marina.
Because I think too, like we've said before, like the intimidation factor. But I do think a lot of men would be pleasantly surprised to see how various sex toys could enhance their overall experience with head. I just gave away some magic wands. Like, y'all know that's one of my favorite motherfucking things. And I gave those away. That's another way too. Oh, especially for the girl who's afraid. Maybe you want to buy a little vibrator or something that you could put on his balls, that he's getting another sensation where you might not have to do that manual or a heavy lift with your fucking mouth. That you're kind of tricking him a little bit, but it's still a good sensation.
About 10 years ago, I had the magic wand. I don't even know if it was 10, but it was a long time ago. I had the magic wand and had it on my balls. It's powerful.
It is powerful. That is one of my little tricks in my bag of tricks.
Might be too powerful. I don't know now. I'm a little older.
We'll see here now. Like this is, y'all know they sent me shit, but they sent me one of the new ones, and the Magic Wand Plus has 4 speeds. Whereas the original ones only had that 2, like low and what the fuck. This one has like a basic little like, okay, this is cute. Then it's like the old low version, and then they have like the high, and then it's one stronger than a high. Like I put when my hamstring was fucked up from the twerk class, I put the ultra speed on my hamstring. That shit felt good as shit. I would not put that shit on my clit or some niggas' balls. I think I would tap out at like the 3 speed. Maybe if I was feeling real frisky, like, oh, we're going to do some shit tonight, I would put it on ultra. But yeah, that's a lot. But it is a nice sensation. Like his balls are vibrating, you slobbing down his dick, your hand is twisting. Like that is a lot of sensation. So,
damn, you all right over there?
Am I okay? I'm great. Just trying to help out the listeners.
Okay. You try to get a little bit in. You was into it. I mean, that was like real graphic.
It was because I saw the visual in my head.
I've seen it. That's why when we have these conversations, people like, oh yeah, he fucked her. Oh yeah,
yeah.
They didn't talk about this too much for him.
And we never have, never have.
They think we're in studio, and I'm just like whipping out, and we're like in the middle of like, I am in my bed, she is in her bed.
Yeah, like we don't even record in the same place. When's the last time I've even seen you?
When was
I feel like it was after the live show.
It was after the live show. I seen you somewhere after the live show.
Yeah, somewhere I saw him. But like, yeah. But we never really record together, only at the live shows.
Yeah, I seen when I went out this weekend, everybody was like, oh my God, you lost so much weight. You look so good. Like, wow. Like,
oh, wait a minute. Let me say this. So, I don't know if y'all follow Brian or not on Instagram, but he be posting his little fitness thirst traps.
Who?
You.
No, Beards and Fitness is a hashtag for 2019 because it's all about being in shape. It's about, taking care of your body, being in the best health that you can be in. That's all it's about. No thirst trap.
They're thirst traps.
Yeah. But go ahead. I'm listening.
They are. The one where you were like putting your feet on the ab roller thing. It was your feet and doing push-ups. But I'm like, ooh.
That was not.
Go ahead and follow Brian for his thirst traps, his fitness thirst traps.
That creative culture lifestyle. But No, the whole purpose of that was to show the degree of difficulty and a different exercise to work the core versus doing the wheel the other way, where we always do the wheel going straight out. That's all it was.
Yeah, I mean, I knew what you were showing, and I know what I saw.
Yeah, I never
I was
even
like,
think. I don't think women look at stuff like that and be like, "Oh, wow." But
yeah, because it's like, look at his control. Look at the thrusting action. Ooh, that's a lot of weight. He's strong.
okay,
That's how I be looking at some of these people's fitness shit.
see, people never know my relationship status, so they keep a lot of
Nope.
stuff to themselves. So I'll have like 200 to 300 views, and maybe I told you I get the one girl who's not attractive who's like, damn, and then I just hit the love button.
You and them goddamn hearts.
Yep, just hit the heart. Like, damn, like I see these three girls seen the story again and they seen it again, but they don't ever say nothing.
Look, I just scrolled back in our little DM and I done sent you the eye emojis on like 3 times in the past week.
But see, when you do that, I pay it no mind because it's like, oh, that's just Boonie just trying to hype me up.
Now I'll be looking like, okay, Brian.
Yeah,
That's how I'll be saying it in my
I would
head.
never take it like another type of way. Now, if somebody's seen that, they'd be like, oh, what y'all got going on? But no,
They would, because I just went to it like, yo, somebody be like, what the fuck?
yeah, that's
But
funny.
yeah, no, I do. He definitely posts his little thirst traps. I be doing that to your bruh too, but I'm not gonna call his name out.
I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I'll be doing it to him too. I'll be doing it to all y'all because y'all be in the gym and shit. And I'll be like, oh, y'all look good.
Trying, man. Like, I still want to be like a baby fat boy, but not like a fat boy. Like, I'm trying to like stay at 225, solid muscle. I feel like I'm always gonna have a little bit of stomach because I can't stop eating the fucking banana pudding. Shout out to Sat When It's Gone Desserts, the banana pudding at Island Cuisine, and they also have it at Sharif's. So when I get that banana pudding, like I'll have a really good week of working out, and then it's just like I break down and be like, I gotta get the banana pudding, and I'll just eat that. Or I go to Sharif's and I want the cookies. Then I'd be fighting over like, should I get the cookies? Should I get the banana pudding? Okay, I'm gonna get both. But I can't give up sweets. But I've made a lot of lifestyle changes where I changed my diet a lot and been working out really hard. I just don't want to come into 40, all not where I want to be. I want to be on somebody's beach. I want to be like all the way there, like oil down, drop that pic, and DM just full. Just want
That's what you going.
that's
So when you posting that thirst trap in September? When?
it might be before then because we coming up on spring, so might.
Oh yeah, and summer coming. Oh
That's why they
shit.
gotta follow. That's why they gotta follow. We getting closer. We're getting closer. Did you see the pics from this weekend where we did the whole '90s party thing?
I did, and I was sad that I wasn't there because I was at another engagement. But I look good as fuck too, so
Yeah, we had fun. We had a lot of fun. Like too
it
much.
looks fine. I saw y'all old asses trying to hop too.
So on that note, I should post it on Throwback Thursday, but I did a split, and when I did the split, I hurt my groin again. And not only did I hurt my groin, but I hyperextended my knee. And
Oh God.
yeah, so all week I've been limping around, not to mention like other stuff that's happened in my life that could cause injuries.
Listen, I'm not even gonna laugh at you because at this work class, if y'all follow me on the Boonie Breakdown Instagram, you saw the videos. And shout out to Christine, who's bomb as fuck. She showed us a modification so you didn't do the split. And I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't done a split since high school. So I know my ass is not gonna get in a split. And then you started feeling the choreography, and next thing I know, I'm in the split. And I was like, the fuck? But yeah, I had my hamstring was all fucked up. So I can't even laugh at you.
Yeah, I mean, the next, even now, like, still, like, my knee is still kind of like, it's like not right. And I've been doing so much for the last 3 months that I'm like, okay, I'm just going to shut it down. I'm going to shut it down for like 3 days and then I'll come back full fledged. But softball season starts in another week or two. I'm like, that's just what I need. Another little injury just to,
Look,
yeah.
when you get old, anything fuck you up now.
Yep, this shit ain't right.
You be like, damn, I used to could do anything, bounce back. Now you like, fuck. Like I literally day after tour class. That was Monday. It took me 20 minutes to get down my steps. It was maybe like 10 steps from my upstairs to downstairs, and it took me 20 minutes.
Yeah,
because I could not bend my leg. Like I was like, what the fuck? So I learned a lesson there. It was nice to know that I could still get it. And then because I did it the first time, I was feeling myself. So each time we ran through it, I did the split.
Yeah.
Not the modification.
Yeah. So after doing that split, I was like, you know what? I'm retiring that move. I will no longer do the little quick hop, spin, drop down to a split, come back up. And I'm watching a video. I'm going to send it to you. I'm like watching the video and I'm like, yeah, I felt that shit when I came up because I was trying to play it off into a neck roll. I tried to go right into a neck roll. And I was like, is that like a move y'all do thing? Like where you put your tongue out? Like, oh yeah, that's called the neck roll. But in my mind, I was like, yeah, I was fucking hurt. Like, I'm too old for this shit.
Yo, I saw the video and I was like, damn, look at them. They all.
You seen the one with me?
No, I didn't see you. Right, I saw everybody else.
Good. Because I was later in that. I don't know. I was just minding my business. You know, I don't hop. Like, I was just minding my business. Everything was going good. And then, boom, that alcohol just took control of me. I haven't even been drinking all year. Like, I just had so many shots that night. Like, so many shots all weekend. Drinking. Like, it just, something just said, get out there, Brian. You got this.
Liquid courage will do that shit, yo.
That shit was bad.
So before we wrap up, I need you to give your best pep talk or your best words of wisdom to the people who are going to plan a lovely evening for March 14th, Steak and Blowjob Day.
Okay. It's Thursday morning. I need you to wake up, brush your teeth, get yourself together. But when you wake up and you get yourself together and you're brushing your teeth, I want you to take that toothbrush and go as deep back as you can till you gag on that toothbrush. That's just the start of your day. That's just you getting that throat ready. I want you to get you a nice hot tea. I want you to get you some hot tea or something that's going to loosen that throat up. And all day, I want you just thinking about how you're just going, just go as deep as you ever been. You know, find that mark, find that place where you know that you can hit. And I want you to go for it like you've never gone for it before. I want you to think about if you're picking that steak up. Matter of fact, when you're dropping this tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're listening to this and you're cooking that steak at home, stop the fucking tape or go listen to it in your car and get your ass to the store and get the steak and start marinating it now. Okay? This is the 13th of March. I need you to get that steak now and start marinating it. Don't wait until the morning of. Start right away because you're actually behind. Like 2 days would be perfect. 2 days would be perfect. Maybe Boonie needs to put that out there first thing tomorrow. Like, go get your steak. ASAP. Get your steak. Start marinating it. Hit some marinades that are good. The Montreal steak joint from McCormick's, perfect. That's all you need. You don't even need a whole lot of stuff after that. That's just perfect. You can just put that on there and just let it sit. You can go to, what's the green and white store? Whole Foods. You can go to Whole Foods. They got steaks already marinating right there. You go to Wegmans. I think they got steaks marinating, but they also got the crab cakes that's already ready. So if you really want to be a top-notch hoe, get you a steak with a crab cake. Now you got steak and cake and BJ Day. So you going to outdo any of the bitches that came before you because now he got surf and turf. You could do like 4 shrimp with that steak. Like you going to be top dog. But just make sure your head not bullshit. So back to the pep talk. All day you working on getting this throat right. Don't have your lips all chapped all day. Keep your little Vaseline or your little Carmex. Keep your lips right. Come on, keep your mind right. I want you in there. And I want you to think when you lay him down, have some fresh sheets. Have the bed nice. Go get some rose petals and put around the bed or something. Like, this is his Valentine's Day. I want you to show up and show out. Don't come with no bullshit, because at this point, if you fuck this up, it's over for you, because it's spring next week. Now, happy hour season is upon us. We're about to start taking off the long sleeves, letting the guns out. We're about to hit the happy hours, wear a little jacket. So now you might lose them anyway to spring. This is your time to stay on the roster. Step your shit up. If you don't step up, you're not going to make it past spring training, honey. Opening day is April 4th. Orioles versus Yankees. Camden Yards. Will you be there?
Well, there you go.
There you go.
I think you covered it. So thanks for coming on, Brian.
Yep. Make it happen.
I think this should have pepped some of them up, and I really do hope that our listeners, the listener who sent in the question, really just reaches deep down inside and gets the confidence that she needed.
Yep, I hope so. She's gotta do something. She's gotta do something different than what she's doing. A year, only 2 to 3 blowjobs in a year, she's gonna lose her spot.
Yeah. So, all right, that's it for us, guys. Have a great day tomorrow or on Thursday. You got to prep tomorrow, as Brian said.
Gotta prep. Gotta get that steak ready.
So thanks again to Brian for coming out. But really quickly, I want to do my own pep talk for those out there. Ladies, whoever, it is time for you to get ready. It's time for you to put in your thank you, your gratitude. Show your gratitude, okay? It's no need to worry. It's no need to fucking interpret what this day means. It's explicitly stated in the name of the day. So please don't go out here and try to reinterpret the meaning, turn it into something fucking else. Just simply give your man, boo, or whoever a goddamn steak dinner and a fucking blowjob. We tried to help you out earlier in this episode to provide some suggestions. You don't want to cook, take them to a fucking steakhouse, right? You got Capital Grille, you can go to Outback. Outback even has the goddamn bloomin' onion, okay? So you know it's going to be bomb as fuck. Want to go that fucking extra mile? You cook a nice steak dinner. Alton Brown has a good one. Gordon Ramsay has an easy one to follow along, right? Don't fuck it up. Brian even said, you want to go the extra mile, your man not allergic to shellfish, go ahead and give a little surf and turf action. Make that shit special. But now for the blowjob portion of the day. For my ladies and whoever who genuinely enjoy orally stimulating a nice hard dick, this ain't for you. Keep up the good work, boo. I see it. The ratchet in me honors the motherfucking ratchet in you. However, for those of you who don't think it's important, I implore you, go grab your fucking laptop, search Superhead on Pornhub.com, go on YouTube and search Auntie Angel for her amazing videos and tips. Watch them go to work. Study the technique. Rewind if you fucking have to. Then go grab your man on Thursday night, your boo, whoever. Throw them down in a goddamn chair. Get on your knees in front of them. Get that confidence up. Put a motherfucking smile on your face. Relax your jaw. And get the fuck to work. And fellas, boos, whoever, I hope that you enjoy. If you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and Google Podcasts, or any app that you listen to your favorite podcast on. Don't forget to leave a review too. You might just hear your review in the next episode. Follow us across all social media. Share this episode with those you love, those you don't love, those you fucking hate. I don't make these pretty images for nothing, okay? Have a dope ass week. Have a sloppy, nasty ass Thursday. Your throats and jaws and cheeks better hurt on Friday. I want to thank you all for listening. And remember, the ratchet in me always honors the motherfucking ratchet in you. Ho my stay. Until next time.